Ja, hallo und willkommen zurück. Weiter geht's nach dem Crash. Ich habe jetzt mal bis zu der Stelle wieder hingespielt. Ich habe einmal ein Save gemacht, bevor ich das erste Mal ins Loch gestiegen bin, weil beim ersten Mal Replayen ist es tatsächlich wieder gecrasht, als ich das erste Mal hier runtergestiegen bin. Da habe ich beim zweiten Mal direkt davor gespeichert und danach nach erfolgreicher Vollstreckung. So, da sind wir wieder. Also jetzt werde ich hier nicht direkt nochmal runtergehen. Ich glaube, das bringt auch nicht viel. Ich muss mal gerade gucken. Ich glaube, ich hatte den... Nee, hatte ich nicht. Dann nehme ich den mal wieder mit. Weil keine Ahnung, wie ich das einstellen muss. Dabei fällt mir aber ein, so eine Statue stand ja, glaube ich, auch bei den Krabbis. Und jetzt fällt es mir wieder ein, das Loch Doline, habe ich gemeint. Die können ja tatsächlich auch so klein sein, die senken. Wobei das müsste sich dann wahrscheinlich an den Rändern ein bisschen mehr absenken. Und die können natürlich auch durchbrechen bis zu dem Loch unten. Ob das jetzt hier in dem Fall als Doline durchgeht, weiß ich nicht. Aber es ist ja so ein bisschen so, ne? Unten ausgespültes Gestein. Mit so einer trichterförmigen Ausspülung nach oben. Vielleicht.
I could get lost if I just wander off into the jungle with no idea what the island looks like or where I'm heading.
Und, Moment, dabei fällt mir ein, ich muss doch Crow noch sagen, dass ich noch lebe, wa? Der Arme, der weiß ja gar nicht, dass wir noch unter den Lebenden weilen. Der kommt sogar. Sehr schön.
April! You're alive! You're here! You're soaking wet! Where did you go? I thought you drowned. I was completely miserable. And the chicks on this island are so prissy. They don't even care for a kiss unless you're all settled down with a nest in your own territory.
Und einem komischen Balztanz und ja, alles sehr stressig. Gift of the Gap.
I had a little adventure under the sea.
Oh? I didn't know humans had gills.
We don't. Well, I do. I think. At least I can breathe underwater now.
Cool. Not as cool as being able to fly, of course, but still. Hey, does that mean you're a mermaid?
Hardly. I don't have a tail. What did you do after I saw you last?
Well, it took a while, but I found land. Not this island, just a rock with a couple of trees, basically. But when I went back to tell you, you disappeared. I thought you'd gone bonkers from thirst and hunger and drowned yourself or something, so I decided I'd better find solid ground myself or I'd suffer the same fate. And then I found this place. Nice, isn't it? And the best part is, there are no hunters. Only a bunch of big crabs on the east side of the island and a volcano.
Oh, kennst dich hier schon aus? Kannst du mir eine Karte zeichnen?
Glad to see you haven't lost the gift of the gab, Crow.
Lady, you have no idea how limited bird Twitter can be. It's all, hi this and here I am that, all damn day long. I haven't had a decent conversation in days.
Wie lange waren wir eigentlich unter Wasser?
Making up for it now.
I never know when you're gonna go AWOL on me again.
I'm gonna walk around for a bit, Crow.
I'll just stay here and preen myself, thank you very much.
Tu das. Dann sind wir wohl mehrere Tage unter Wasser gewesen oder er berechnet, oder er zählt unsere Unterhaltung nicht zu einer decent conversation.
With Crow around, a girl can feel safe.
Naja, ich weiß ja nicht. Oh.
What can you tell me about the island, Crow?
Only what I've been able to see from above. There's a volcano, dead I think, and lots of jungle, and some nice beaches.
I'd like to explore the jungle, but I'm afraid I'm gonna get lost. Any ideas?
Well, I could stay airborne and keep track of where you are. That way I could direct you if... Sorry, when you get lost.
Sounds like a super plan, Crow.
Alter.
Let's go.
Der traut uns doch gar nichts zu, wa? Ist das der Strand? Vermutlich. Ah, das ist dieser Felsen. Ich wollte gerade sagen, sieht ein bisschen anders aus, aber das ist dieser Durchgang mit dem Felsen da. Das hier ist wohl... das sind die Ruinen, wo wir waren, vermutlich. Das ist die Krabbenbucht. Vulkan, ja. Da wir nur zum Vulkan können, gehen wir einfach mal zum Vulkan. Ohne Gesicht. So viel zum Thema Dad.
The rumbling is much fiercer here, and the ground is really shaking. It's definitely seismic. It has got to be emanating from this volcanic mountain. I mean, it looks dead, but it must be about to wake up or erupt or something. Great. After surviving a shipwreck, being kidnapped by fishes, and learning to breathe in water, I'm about to die in a volcanic eruption? Isn't that ironic?
Naja, noch sind wir nicht tot. Okay, die Blume können wir nicht mitnehmen. Large tree.
That's one mother of a tree. It's got to be at least 100 meters tall. And what's that in the tree crown? Looks like a man-made construction.
Wie, das Ding ist doch nicht 100? Naja, gut, das geht hier vielleicht noch ein bisschen weiter. Dann sehen wir vielleicht nicht alles. Ich dachte jetzt, das Ding hier. Ich wollte gerade sagen, so hoch ist das doch nicht. Man-made construction.
That's a huge tree. There's a large object in the tree crown.
Gut, da kommen wir nicht hin. Können wir Crow mal in die Baumkrone schicken? Zum Nachgucken, was da so drin ist.
Guess he's not around. I should try again later.
So viel zum Thema, ich pass auf, dass du nicht verläufst, ne? Okay, gibt's überall nix. Das Großmaul. Ja, direkt reinkriechen sollte sie nicht, aber gut. Triangle oder Kiol. Dieses Symbol kommt mir bekannt vor von dem Rad mit dem Dings. Ne? Hier, mit den Gesichtern unten an den Ruinen. Der Turm. Meine Güte, Wortfindungsstörung. Dreieckiges Schlüsselloch. Ja, was für ein Zufall. Passt das Ding da? Jawohl. Okay, jetzt können wir nur nach rechts drehen. Okay, können wir Motor anlassen.
It's a small, eye-sized aperture with a crystal in it, like a lens. Maybe some kind of telescope? It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city.
Okay, das ist dann die Statue unten, wa? Wenn ich die nochmal drehe, kommt wieder ein anderes Symbol.
I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea.
Okay. Muss ich mir das aufschreiben? Ich nehme mal gerade einen Zettel zur Hand.
I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea.
Das könnte die Krabbenstatue sein. Das heißt, Krabbenstatue hat dann... Das Symbol erinnert mich an irgendwas, an irgendeinen Buchstaben aus irgendeinem Alphabet oder so. Keine Ahnung, aber ich komme gerade nicht drauf.
I don't see anything interesting.
Okay, nix.
I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue just below a really tall tree.
Keine Ahnung, wo das ist. Oh, really tall tree haben wir doch draußen. Also es ist so eine Art S. Dann...
I don't see anything interesting.
So viele sind denn das?
Somebody's looking back at me. Oh, wait. That's just my eye. The lens is turned into a mirror.
Okay. Mirror wäre dann... Ach hey, jetzt muss ich das auch noch hier irgendwie skizzieren, dieses komische... Diese Albrecht-Dürer-Signatur hier. So. Was haben wir noch? Oh, da sind wir
Not
durch.
anything interesting.
Okay, das war nix.
It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city.
Okay, also Ruins. Da haben wir den Pfeil. Sehr schön, dann bin ich jetzt noch einmal durch. Kann ich das Ding mitnehmen? Keine Ahnung, ob das hier so in einer bestimmten Stellung stehen lassen muss. Ich hoffe mal nicht. Ich meine, das ist ja Big Mouth. Weil es gibt ja auch 2 Ringe in dem Turm. Ich weiß aber noch nicht, wie ich zu dem Krabbenturm hinkomme, weil als ich bei den Krabben war, gab es da keinen Weg nach oben irgendwie.
That's a huge tree.
Okay, den können wir auch nur angucken. Auch wenn da angeblich irgendwas in der Krone ist. Okay, dann gehen wir vielleicht erstmal zur... Large Tree. Ach, guck mal, was ist das denn? Okay, da haben wir ein Ohr. Ah, warte mal, wenn das Gesicht ist ja ein Großmaul, so ein Schreimaul, dann müssen die vielleicht hören in Richtung der Statue und man weiß es nicht.
The bottom half of the statue depicts a creature listening, while the top part depicts a similar creature calling out.
Das sind so Art Relaisstationen. Das ist der Receiver und das andere ist der Sender. Ah, und das ist von wo er received. Oh, ich glaube, ich habe eine Idee. Also unten ist ja der Hörende, also der Receiver. Und unser Großmaul auf dem Berg war ja hier Albrecht Dürer. Deswegen müssen wir wahrscheinlich das Dürer-Symbol zum Receiver drehen. Oder den Receiver zum... Da war natürlich die falsche Richtung, ist ja klar. Also nach links ist... Ach nee, stimmt gar nicht. Ich muss ja... Und ich kann nicht alle Kombinationen machen. Das heißt, der kann nicht von überall hören. Er kann aber hören... Da haben wir auch das S. Okay, noch ein Zettel. Nur für den Fall, dass es nicht gleich hinhaut, dass ich nicht zufällig das Richtige nehme. Also der Tree... kann Input kriegen von... Achso, toll. Also S ist er selber, genau. Das macht keinen Sinn, dann hört er von sich selbst. Das war's auch nicht. Das war nichts. Dann haben wir... Albrecht Dürer, den können wir... Und wir haben die Ruinen. Also wir haben Dürer und wir haben die Ruinen. Das andere, das wären die Krabben, das war
It's a
dieses...
triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Ja, ja. Das andere war dieses Krabbensymbol. Das ist dann wahrscheinlich das, was hier fehlt. Also entweder das oder...
It's a triangular hole,
Ja.
like a keyhole.
Entweder das oder das. Wissen wir nicht, ist aber auch egal, funktioniert halt nicht. Das heißt, wir richten den jetzt mal aus, weil wir zufällig daherkommen. Auf Dürer. Und dann muss er oben weiter senden. Und er kann jetzt an die Krabben senden. Das heißt, out ist Krabben. Vielleicht gibt es auch nur eine Kombination. Das wäre dann easy, dann brauche ich meine Liste hier gar nicht schreiben, aber ich schreibe es mal trotzdem. Für den Fall. Vielleicht gibt es eine zweite und da muss ich gucken, oder es gibt nur eine richtige, die durchgängig
It's a
ist.
triangular hole,
Ja, doch.
like a keyhole.
Ah, er kann auch an S senden. S wäre er selbst. Das macht auch wieder keinen Sinn. Das heißt, senden kann er wirklich nur an die Krabben. Ja, perfekt. Da hat sich das jetzt schon erledigt. Wir könnten auch von den Ruinen hören. Also hängen jetzt die Ruinen, davon hängt es ein bisschen ab, wie die stehen. Also, dann nehme ich mal noch ein. Also wir haben Dürer auf dem Berg. Wir haben den Tree. Wir haben die Krabben. Und wir haben die Ruinen. So, der Tree kann von da empfangen. Von Dürer oder von... Ah, shit. Falsch gemalt. Wir haben Dürer, wir haben den Tree. Wir haben die Ruinen. Und die Krabben. So, und ich habe jetzt Dürer auf den Tree gesetzt und den Tree auf die Krabben. So, der Tree könnte auch empfangen von den Ruinen. Machen wir mal gestrichelte Linie. Er kann aber nur an die Krabben senden. Das heißt, die Ruinen definieren jetzt, ob wir schon richtig sind oder ob wir den Tree nochmal umkonfigurieren müssen. Ein Stick.
Dry twigs and sticks.
Wieso ist denn da so ein Display dran?
Dry twigs and sticks.
Okay.
Dry twigs and sticks.
Okay, die sind alle sehr trocken, habe ich den Eindruck. Ist aber nur eine Vermutung. Ich könnte mich irren. Ich habe aber auch kein Wasser, um die irgendwie zu gießen oder so, ne? Um die Trockenheit zu beenden. Okay. Nun gut. So, das war das. Da komme ich nicht direkt hin, also gehe ich mal zum Strand und dann hier hoch. Ich weiß auch nicht, ob der Letzte wieder zurücksenden muss zum Vulkan. Okay, unten haben wir den Receiver. So, wir können empfangen. Tree. Kann Ruinen. Kann empfangen von Dürer. Den haben wir da links. Das ist nix. Das ist kaputt. Das ist auch nix. Da haben wir nochmal Dürer. Waren das nicht 9? Ich habe doch letztes Mal gezählt und ich meine, ich habe doch 9 Runden gezählt. Ah, Dürer ist nur zweimal drauf, deswegen. Und von den Krabben können wir empfangen. Ah, das ist gut, weil Dürer sendet an den Tree, Tree sendet an die Krabben. Wenn die Krabben an die Ruinen senden können, kann ich hier empfangen von den Krabben. Und da kann ich an Dürer weitersenden. Ich weiß nur noch nicht, wie ich zu der Krabbenstatue hinkommen soll. Okay, die Ruinen senden an Dürer und empfangen von den Krabben. Jetzt ist natürlich die Frage, wie die Krabben eingestellt sind. Vielleicht muss ich auch...
It's a triangular hole,
Ja, ja.
like a keyhole.
Vielleicht komme ich auch gar nicht hin zu den Krabben und ich muss eine Kombination finden, die zu dem passt, was auch immer gerade bei den Krabben eingestellt ist. Aber man sieht ein bisschen die Richtung, hat man eben gesehen, weil der hat eben tatsächlich Richtung Vulkan geguckt, der Sender.
It's a big statue.
Ah, jetzt komme ich da hoch. Kam ich da schon immer hoch oder geht das jetzt erst? Okay, jetzt müssen die Krabben vom Baum empfangen und an die Ruinen senden.
The top half of the statue depicts a creature with a big mouth calling out. The bottom part of the statue depicts a creature with large ears listening to something. It's an old fireplace.
So, dann schauen wir mal, was wir hier machen können. Jetzt habe ich leider Out nicht aufgeschrieben bei den Ruinen, verdammt. Auf jeden Fall kann der an Dürer senden. Dann haben wir die Krabben. So, können die empfangen vom Tri. Tri wäre das S. Okay, die können auf jeden Fall empfangen von den Ruinen. Das ist auch nix. Da kommt das S. Okay, also, die können vom Tri empfangen. Können die an die Ruinen senden? Das wäre dann dieser komische Pfeil. Ja, können sie. Sehr schön. Tja. Herzlich unbeeindruckend. Der sendet auf jeden Fall Richtung Ruinen. Und hört von Richtung Tri. Das passt doch von der Richtungsangabe hier. Die Frage ist halt... Das wäre Krabben. Die Frage ist, kann er noch von woanders hören? Weil irgendwie ist jetzt beeindruckend wenig passiert. Gehen wir mal weiter. Das wäre er selbst. Das ist nix. Das ist auch nix. Das ist kaputt. Das ist der Tri. Das heißt, er kann an den Tri senden. Oder an die Ruinen. Die Frage ist, muss das jetzt in einer bestimmten Reihenfolge passieren, wer an wen sendet? Also, ich nochmal die 4. Düratri, Ruinen und Krabben. So, die Krabben können von den Ruinen oder vom Tri empfangen und senden auch an die Ruinen oder den Tri. Dann haben wir die Ruinen, die können von den Krabben empfangen, genau, oder von Dürer. Und Sie können an Dürer senden. Ob sie woanders hin senden können, weiß ich noch nicht. Der Tri kann von Dürer oder von den Ruinen empfangen. Und anscheinend nur an die Krabben senden. Also theoretisch müsste ich jetzt einen Ring haben. Vielleicht muss ich auch zu dem Vulkan zurück. Ich gehe vielleicht vorher noch mal kurz zu den Ruinen und gucke noch mal, ob die noch woanders hinsenden können, außer zum Vulkan. Ach so, nee, so war es ja gar nicht. Ich muss erst ran. Nein. Schlüssel. So. Und was wollt ihr jetzt checken? Senden. Können die noch woanders hin senden? Ja, können sie. An... Ach nee, Ruinen, das sind sie selbst. Das ist kaputt. Das ist alles nix. Das ist alles kaputt. Okay, der kann nur nach oben senden anscheinend. Kann natürlich sein, dass ich oben jetzt noch das Symbol einstellen muss für meinen ersten Punkt. Das wäre dann in dem Fall der Tri. Vielleicht muss ich das damit dann starten, weil mein Tri ist der erste, der empfängt von ihm. Weil ich habe jetzt Vulkan, Tri, Krabben, Ruinen, Vulkan eingestellt. Das heißt, ich muss den Vulkan jetzt vielleicht auf das Tri-Symbol stellen. Das wäre das S. Vielleicht ist das das... Ah, weil ist das das Problem, warum es gerade noch nicht geht. Genau, also das Tri-Symbol, das wäre das S. Da haben wir es.
It's a statue just below a really tall tree.
Beeindruckend, unbeeindruckend.
What a strange symbol.
Ich kann es theoretisch auch andersrum machen. Erst zu den Ruinen, dann zu den Krabben. Nee, kann ich nicht, weil der Tri... Ja, die Frage ist, kann der Tri noch woanders hin senden? Irgendwie würde ich mal annehmen, dass was passieren müsste, wenn ich es richtig eingestellt hätte. Wo wollte ich jetzt hin zum Tri? Oh.
Dry twigs and sticks.
Ja, aber diesmal bewegen sie sich.
Ow! Shh.
Who's there?
Shut up.
I know there's somebody there. I heard you.
Ja, siehst du doch, steh doch vor dir.
Is she gone?
Nope. She's still around.
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
If you won't come out, I'll just sit down here and wait. Sooner or later, you'll have to show yourself.
Solar eclipse!
Oh my god!
Ah!
I hate this place. I so hate it, I can't even sit down without crushing the natives.
Big person alert!
This is too freaky.
What are you?
What does it look like?
A talking twig?
We're stickmen. And you're an accident waiting to happen with your large, ungainly body and wobbly legs.
What's a stickman?
An unlucky bugger doomed to a miserable life of stiff backs and monotonous drudgery in the shadow of a mother tree.
Okay.
Happy little fella, ain't ya?
Ja, ich weiß
You
nicht.
have no idea.
So, you guys are stickmen?
That's right. I'm Wick. This is Willow. And that dumb-looking one over there is Woody. And this is our mother tree.
What's a mother tree?
What do you mean, what's a mother tree? It's a mother tree. How difficult can it be? It's our mother, and it's a tree. It's a mother tree.
Wo recht hat er da recht.
What do stickmen do?
What do we do? What do we do? What do you mean, what do we do?
Well, the people in this world always do something. Like the Banda dug tunnels in the earth. The Meram killed Snapjaw and covered their houses with 10 yen. You gotta do something.
Hey, it ain't easy being a stick, let me tell you. You got your stiff back and limbs, your fear of fire and water, your 300 years of miserable boredom, and then you have to get planted and raise a family. It ain't easy.
Boah, tragisch.
So, you're not doing anything worthwhile then.
Lady, I'm miserable. I'm grumpy, and I got a headache. What do you want from me?
What's that constant rumbling noise?
Lady, you have no idea what we have to endure. All day, all night, that noise is just murder.
Ja, das kann ich
It
mir
all
vorstellen.
started when Quaman, the quiet giant, would you believe that's what we used to call him, was banished by the Orowal from his perfect fishing place to some remote place in the forest.
Oder was?
Whoa, information overload. Let's step back for a minute to fill in the details. Who's Quaman, the quiet giant?
He's the scariest human we've ever seen. He stands tall as a mountain and uses whole trees for toothpicks. But he was the quiet type and reasonably gentle for a human. He'd spend his days out by the Orowal village, catching fish and frying fish and eating fish, and looking out across the ocean, dreaming about loose women or whatnot.
Alter.
What happened to get the quiet giant banished from that place?
The Orowal got scared when he accidentally stepped on one of their young ones. He didn't do any real harm, but they banished him from their village nonetheless, and told him to go far into the forest.
Okay.
Who are the Orlowal?
They're the crab-like creatures who live down by the sea. They're nice people, if a little crabby. And it's hard to understand what they're saying half the time.
Where's Quaman now?
Somewhere in the forest east of here, we don't know where exactly. He went there to get as far away from the Orowal as possible.
So what does all this have to do with the rumbling noise?
Oh, I was getting to that. If you just let me get a word in edgewise.
Alter.
I just had some questions is all.
Anyway, Quaman is the brooding type. And he takes everything so to heart, he got instantly depressed and went to sleep.
And what is he doing now?
Still sleeping. That's the problem.
But how long ago was it that the Orlowal banished him?
The last full moon, nearly 30 sunsets passed.
He's been sleeping for a month?
He was depressed. What do you want, lady? Once I got so miserable I slept for 8 years. And let me tell you, those 8 years were the happiest of my life.
Alter. Der hat's ja richtig schwer. Vielleicht können wir den Riesen zurückholen, dass er die Krabbe befreit von ihrem komischen Schalenunglück.
I still don't understand what this has to do with the rumbling
Ich
noise.
glaube, der schnarcht.
See that statue over there?
Sure. What's up with that?
Back when the Dalmari lived on this island ages ago, they put these statues up all around the island so that they could speak with each other.
You're kidding. So they're like telephones?
Tell her what? I don't know what that is. The thing is, these statues are all connected through magic. And when you speak into one, your voice flies through the air and comes out of another statue.
But I still don't understand.
You saw the big head up by the mountain?
Yes?
That's the one they use to talk to everyone on the island, to warn people of storms or to hold evening prayer. It's connected to the statues as well. And Quaman is sleeping right next to a statue's ear.
I get it. Resonance. He's snoring and the deep bass reverberating through the loudspeaker, the big head, causes a resonance that vibrates the entire island. But can't you just wake him up?
We don't know where he is. We're not much for exploring this forest. There's water and fire and monkeys. Monkeys like to play with sticks. We don't like monkeys.
But can't you just, well, send your voice to his statue to wake him up?
There are 4 problems with that. Number 1, all the statues have an assigned symbol, an identifying mark, but we don't know which his is. Second, most of the statues are broken in some way or another.
What do you mean?
Some statues can only talk to certain other statues.
Ja.
Some can't
Ist mir
be
aufgefallen.
spoken to, and some can't hear. Which makes it very difficult to get a connection through to where you want to send your voice. Number 3, in order to use the statues, you need a key.
Habe ich.
We don't have it.
Ich habe einen.
We don't know where it is.
Bei mir in der Tasche.
And number 4?
We're stickmen, lady. What do you think? We don't know much about magic or magical devices. And
what?
we're not too smart, okay?
Aber wenigstens
There,
erkennt
I
das.
said it. We're not too smart. And when you look at Woody over there, who's pretty stupid by stickman standards, that's a pretty scary thought.
Sorry I asked.
Alter, wie geil ist denn das? Okay. Saturday around noon. Found out why the island keeps rumbling. It's not an imminent volcanic eruption, as I'd feared, but rather the snoring of a very, very large man, transmitted through a kind of telephone to a large speaker in the middle of the island. With all this snorting going on, nobody's getting any work done, and that's a bad thing. So I need to wake this guy Quaman up somehow. And the key to this is, puzzle? The key to this puzzle is, I think, these telephones that are scattered around the island. Okay, jetzt weiß ich ja gar nicht, ob ich einfach noch mal ein zweites Mal hätte herkommen müssen und dann wären die direkt schon wach gewesen hier. Oder ob ich tatsächlich diesen Ring erstmal habe aufbauen müssen. Jetzt habe ich ja schon hier die Hälfte gemacht und es war natürlich völlig falsch. Also ich muss wahrscheinlich von dem Maul eine Connection zurückbringen. Zu dem Schnarcher.
Where do the Elation live?
The Elation? The guys with wings? Up in the volcano. There's an old city in there. I think they're squatting.
How do I get into the volcano?
You don't. The road collapsed a few centuries ago, and when traders come, the Elation fly down to meet them. Nobody goes up there anymore.
I'll see you guys later then.
If you don't step on us first.
Willow. Ist noch was zu sagen?
Hi, I'm Willow. Wick's the oldest. Woody's the youngest. and I'm just stuck in the middle as always. Don't let me keep you. Wick's the boss as always. Go talk to him.
Okay. Und Woody?
Hello, I'm Woody. They call me the stupid one, 'cause I'm kinda slow, so don't let me keep you busy. I was born with a big brain, so I can't move as fast as my two brothers. I can only do useless stuff like calculations and design, and I play a few instruments, and I'm writing a book on the flora and fauna of Elias.
Er ist der Dumme? Alles klar. Ah, sehr schön.
Hello? Actually, it doesn't seem like the statue's receiving my voice at all.
Die Frage ist, wo muss ich jetzt reinsprechen? In so eine Statue oder in... Wenn ich hier jetzt reinspreche beim Tree, dann würde es über die Krabben und Ruinen... Wahrscheinlich diese anderen Symbole. Jetzt gehe ich aber doch noch mal zum... Aber ich hatte die ja alle durchprobiert und die anderen... Bei den anderen war überall nichts zu sehen. Müsste ich nicht irgendwas sehen bei dem...
It's a statue just below a really tall tree.
Genau, S ist das Tall Tree. Der
I
Stuhl?
don't see anything interesting.
Anything interesting?
I don't see anything interesting. Somebody's looking back at me. Oh, wait. That's just my eye. The lens is turned into a mirror. I don't see anything interesting. It's a statue standing in the ruins of a city.
Genau.
I can see a statue on a cliff overlooking the sea.
Genau, das ist das Krabbending.
I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting. I don't see anything interesting.
Und dann sind wir durch. Die Frage ist natürlich, hat das Ding hier vielleicht gar keine Connection zum Schlafenden, sondern nur irgendeiner, der... Okay, also muss ich jetzt doch mal... Was hat er hier? Also wir sind hier beim Vulkan. Der kennt das S. Der kennt einen komischen Stuhl mit einem Punkt. Der kennt den Albrecht Dürer. Der kennt den komischen Haken. Und den Pfeil. Ja, die Krabben. Ich gehe mal schon davon aus, dass man das nicht sinnlos durchprobieren muss, sondern dass man das irgendwie rausfinden kann. Das Hage mal, wie viele sind das noch? Okay, jetzt mal durch. Das sind 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, genau. Das sind genau 9, also sind das alle. Die Frage ist nur, wieso sehe ich den Riesen nicht? Und ich kann hier nicht reinsprechen. Das heißt, das hier muss wahrscheinlich das Ende sein. Ja, muss es das? Ich glaube, das Ding hat gar keine Bedeutung. Ne? Ich muss nur über die... Ist das nur dafür da, damit ich rauskriege, wer welches Symbol hat und ich muss ihn gar nicht nehmen, weil ich kann ja nicht reinsprechen. Es kann natürlich sein, dass ich hier enden muss. Was aber auch nicht sein kann, weil welches Symbol soll ich dann hier einstellen bei ihm? Ich glaube, das ist nur die Informationsquelle und den Rest muss ich mit den Statuen machen, ne? Okay, also ich muss zum Riesen senden. Wo auch immer der ist. So. Das heißt, jetzt haben wir hier den Tall Tree. Der kann senden an die Krabben. Das ist jetzt schon mal nicht hilfreich. Das ist alles kaputt. Der kann senden an diesen Schlenker.
It's a triangular hole,
Ja.
like a keyhole.
Der kann senden an das S. Das ist er selbst. Das macht ja dann eigentlich wenig Sinn. Das probiere ich aber mal aus. Höre ich mich jetzt selbst, wenn ich hier reinringe?
Hello? Actually, it doesn't seem like the statue's receiving my voice at all.
Ah, ich muss den Receiver wahrscheinlich auf S stellen. Gehe ich aber erstmal nochmal weiter. So, dann kann er an den Stuhl senden.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Okay, jetzt lasse ich ihn mal von sich selbst empfangen und senden. Also mach ich mal einen Kurzschluss. Die Frage ist, welches Symbol ist der schlafende Riese? So, er sendet an sich selbst und er empfängt von sich selbst. Hoffentlich geht das. Dann müsste ich ja quasi meine eigene Stimme aus dem Ding hier hören. Vorausgesetzt, die Theorie stimmt. Genau.
Hello?
Cool.
Doesn't seem like it's working.
Ja, ist schon mal ganz gut.
Hello? Doesn't seem like it's working.
Sehr schön. Okay. Das ist TX. Und RX kann er... Die Frage ist jetzt noch, welches Symbol hat der Riese? Also der hier könnte theoretisch final senden an den Stuhl und diesen Schlenkerhaken. Aber die kann ich eigentlich ausprobieren, weil wenn die das wären, dann müsste ich ihn ja von hier direkt erreichen. Und wenn nicht, kann ich die rausstreichen. Also ich sende einmal an den Stuhl. Nein.
Hello? Doesn't seem like it's working.
Wieso habe ich das jetzt gehört? Hätte das nicht eigentlich woanders hin transportiert werden müssen? Oder ist Hören der Output und nicht der Input? Das kann ich auch gleich nochmal probieren. So, das ist jetzt der zweite.
Hello? Doesn't seem like it's working.
Ah, genau. Also dann ist Hören der Output und Sprechen ist der Input.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Das würde bedeuten, das ist nicht TX, sondern das ist RX. Und TX haben wir den Stuhl. Den können wir gleich mal ausprobieren.
Hello? Actually, it doesn't seem like the statue's receiving my voice at all.
Weil es vermutlich woanders rauskommt.
Hello? Actually, it doesn't seem like the statue's receiving my voice at all.
Oder Moment, wenn ich jetzt hier sage, muss ich jetzt vielleicht den Kopf auf Tri stellen, damit das, was ich hier sende, Ich bin auch nicht so ganz sicher, wie das funktionieren soll. Ich stelle den aber auf jeden Fall mal auf Tri. Tri wäre das S. Ach, hab ich ja.
It's a statue just below a really tall tree.
Der steht auf Tri. Ich habe aber gesehen, es gibt eine Verbindung von den Ruinen zum Tri. Das heißt, ich kann einen Kurzschluss machen mit Tri, Krabben und Ruinen. Okay. Ich habe mich immer selbst gehört, wenn hier unten der Tri war. Jetzt ist die Frage, heißt es jetzt, das ist Input oder heißt es, das ist Output? Wahrscheinlich ist es Output. Hören ist ja auch Output. Das heißt, er soll das rausgeben, was von den Ruinen kommt. Das würde bedeuten, Ruinen ist dieser Pfeil. Genau, und er soll das reinnehmen, was vom Tri kommt. S. So, wenn ich jetzt zu den Krabben gehe, dann muss er das reinnehmen, was von S kommt. Und weitergeben an den Pfeil. Kann aber nicht sein, dann wäre es ja die gleiche Einstellung. Oh Gott. Also nochmal, wenn das der Output ist. Oder ich muss den Output auf S setzen. Ich will es ja hier hören.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Okay, das Signal soll bei S ausgegeben werden und er bekommt es von den Ruinen. haben wir sie denn? Geht's gar nicht.
It's a triangular hole, like a keyhole.
Der Mauf. Ich habe es immer gehört, wenn ich hier unten mich selbst habe, ne?
Hello?
Ja. Ich habe RX und TX vertauscht gehabt.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Weil die anderen hatte ich ja schon eingestellt gehabt, dass die einen Kreislauf zum Maul machen.
Who'll be there?
Hello, Quaman?
I'm God.
I'm April Ryan.
And me be Quaman. But what you be doing up in the air, big woman?
Big woman? Watch it, I don't... Oh, I see. It's just my voice that's big, Quaman. I'm really quite average, size-wise. Where are you, Quaman?
That be a secret. Quaman want to be left alone.
Could you please stop snoring?
Quaman be snoring? No one ever tell Quaman he be snoring. But then Quaman always be sleeping by his lonesome. No woman like Quaman.
Don't say that about yourself, Mom, and I'm sure that... You know, it's kind of uncomfortable to be discussing this in a public like this.
Yes, everyone be hearing about Quaman now.
Do you want to talk about your problems? Face to face?
What be the point?
I'm a good listener, and I'd like to be your friend. That'd be the point.
Quaman not sure if he want friend now.
Please let me be your friend.
Why?
Because I'm lonely too. I don't really know anybody on this island, and I need some help.
Well, Quaman be wanting to help, but... Okay. Quaman be your friend and talk to you. My secret place be in the ruins of the old temple by the wells. Follow the stream up from the rock beach and go right where it branches.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Jetzt wollte ich gerade noch mal gucken, wieso das funktioniert, aber jetzt kann ich es mir noch mal angucken. Ich hatte unten... Oh, was hatte ich denn als letztes? Ich hatte unten das S. Hatte ich unten das S? Und oben hatte ich dann... Ja, oben müsste ich dann die Krabben gehabt haben, genau. Das heißt, das einzige Problem, was ich von Anfang an hatte, ich hatte ja schon den Ring aufgebaut über Vulkan, Tree, Krabben und Ruinen. Ich hatte hier quasi unten den Vulkan und oben die Krabben. Und das Einzige, was ich hätte ändern müssen, ist unten den Receiver umzustellen auf das S für Tree und dann hätte ich ja den Loop schon gehabt zum Vulkan. Das heißt, diese anderen ganzen Versuche dazwischen waren dann eigentlich gar nicht nötig. War schon alles richtig, ich habe es nur nicht ganz komplett zu Ende durchgezogen, denke ich. Wäre jetzt die Theorie. Leider kann ich es nicht prüfen, weil ich es mir nicht nochmal angucken kann. Ich werde aber jetzt auf jeden Fall mal speichern, weil ob ich das nochmal hinkriege und auch vor allem die ganzen Symbole mir wieder raus... gut, jetzt habe ich sie mir aufgeschrieben. Aber das riskiere ich nicht, dass ich das alles normal machen muss. Wer weiß, ob ich... vielleicht habe ich jetzt auch noch einen Denkfehler drin und das hat aus einem anderen Grund funktioniert. Das will ich nicht riskieren, dass ich das normal machen muss und es dann irgendwie nicht mehr hinkriege. Falls es jetzt nicht... tatsächlich nicht so ist, wie ich es mir eben gedacht habe, sondern... unten S und oben Krabben. Ja, das wäre genau das. Ich höre unten, also der Input kommt von hier, S, und leitet es an die Krabben. Und die anderen Säulen hatte ich ja so eingestellt, dass die Krabben das an die Ruinen weiterleiten und die Ruinen an den Vulkan. Der Vulkan ist dann offensichtlich eine Relaisstation, der es dann an alle wieder rausbläst. Sonst hätte er das ja nicht empfangen. Nun gut, wie auch immer. Jetzt habe ich hier wieder ein paar Notizzettel vollgeschrieben, aber wozu benutzt man alte Visitenkarten als Notizzettel? Sehr gut. Okay, haben wir das. Hier, ich habe Erfolg gehabt. Stickman. Was sagst du denn dazu?
Later, guys.
Gar nichts, alles klar. Nun gut, also jetzt gucke ich mal, ob ich hier dann einen neuen Wegpunkt habe oder ob ich tatsächlich anhand der Beschreibung das selber finden muss. Nee, muss ich nicht. Sehr gut. Quiet Giants Glade. Der ist echt ein bisschen größer als April. Selbst wenn sie bloß 1,50 ist oder 1,40, ist das schon ziemlich groß. Hallo.
That's Quammen, the not-so-quiet giant.
Ein Loch.
It's a deep well with cold, brackish water and some seriously demented albino fish.
Okay. Sehr spezifisch die Angabe mit dem Fisch.
It's another one of those statues come phone booths. They must have been popular in their time.
Ja, sind ja auch ganz praktisch.
Whoa, you are big. You're just about the biggest person I've ever met.
Quamon be a freak. No one be liking him.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant... April, you know just what to say, don't you? I'm sorry. I like tall guys. Really, I do.
You be the only one then, because no one else want anything to do with Quamon.
How did you come to be on this island?
That be a long story.
Als ob ein Erwachsener mit dem Kind redet, ne?
Do you want Quamon to be telling you?
Ja, warum nicht?
Sure, I have time. Tell me the story.
Im Adventure hat man immer so viel Zeit, wie man will.
Long moons ago, Quamon be happy. He be working at the Circa in Coruscant, where he be big attraction.
What did you do?
Quamon be the world's strongest man. He be popular. People come to see him from all the Northlands. Some even from east of the Bay of Fire. But then there be an accident, and the Circa tell Quamon to leave, that he be dangerous, and that no one be paying to see him anymore.
What kind of accident?
Quamon's most popular feat be the breaking of large rocks with his fist. Everyone would applaud when the rock be breaking. Then one day, the Caliph be at the Circa to see the performers. He be saying, Quamon, I hear of him breaking a large rock with his fist. This I want to see. But my performance be over that day, and there be no rock to break. So the Circa ringmaster Oberon, he be saying, let's get a rock in here, any big rock at all. So they bring in this rock that Kwama never be crushing before. Kwama not be sure if it is a good idea, because rock can be dangerous when it breaks. But Oberon be saying, this you must do. The Caliph wants to see we do not disappoint the Caliph of Khorasan, or we lose our heads. So Kwama break the rock, and when it breaks...
What happened?
Splitter, huh?
There be large pieces of rock flying everywhere, and one piece be hitting the Caliph and one his son. The Caliph be not seriously hurt, but his son be unconscious and bleeding from the head. They say to Kwaman, run, get away from the Circa and Khorasan, or the Caliph will have his head. So Kwaman run, and he get passage on ship leaving that night. When the ship passed this island, Kwaman be jumping into sea and swimming ashore. And now he be here.
Wo ist er gerade auf die Insel geschwommen? Hätte doch einfach zu irgendwo in einer anderen Gegend fahren können. Mit dem Schiff und gut wär's.
What happened between you and the Orlawal?
Oh, Kwaman be so clumsy, so dangerous. He should not be among people. He be only hurting them. The Orlawal be kind, letting Kwaman live and fish in their village. But then Kwaman be stepping over a young Orlawal, almost breaking his shell. The Orlawal tell Kwaman to leave village, to not come back because he may kill an Orlawal. They tell him to go as far away as possible. Kwaman be sad because he liked the Orlawal, and because Kwaman be having the best fishing place in all of Elias. He lose his friends and his food.
What do you eat now?
Kwaman fish in these wells here, but the fish that live down there be small and not very tasty.
Would you like to move back to the Orlawal village?
Oh yes, Kwaman be wishing that more than anything in the world.
I saw an Orlawal down by the beach, just outside the village. It seemed to be in pain, but I didn't know what to do. Perhaps if you come along, you can help him out and get back in favor with the Orlawal people.
Yes, perhaps Kwaman can help, even if the Orlawal do not want him back.
Here it is, the, Orlawal. Can you help it?
Perhaps Kwaman can help. Poor Orlawal. He'd be crying for help. Kwaman see what be wrong. The Orlawal not shed its shell when time come, and now it be stuck in the shell.
Why didn't the other Orlawal come to its assistance?
Their claws be no good for this work. They be helpless. But Kwaman help. Kwaman be good with his hands. Kwaman be happy. Kwaman accept your graceful thanks, sir.
Noch cooler, der versteht die
Thank
sogar.
You be making Kwaman very happy. Kwaman accept your offer and be grateful to the Orlawal people. Thank you very much.
What? What did he say? Why did you thank him?
Orlawal be inviting Kwaman to stay on the cliff above the village, where he can fish again. Kwaman be very, very happy now.
You understand what it's saying?
Orlawal language be easy to understand. It be just click and clack and clock.
I'm so happy for you, Kwaman. Go on, don't let me hold you back.
Und pass auf, wo du hintrittst. Deswegen war auch oben das Feuer, da hat er wohl immer seinen Fisch gebraten, hä? Ja, ist ja schön, dass wir jetzt dem hier geholfen haben und ihmchen auch und alles, aber irgendwie sind wir noch kein Stück weiter, ne?
an old fireplace. Quammen is fishing. Hey, Quammen, how's the fish biting?
With its teeth? But not today.
Why's that?
Quamon be not certain. The fish always bite before, but then Quamon be having lure. Now no lure, just bait.
What do you need to make a lure?
Quamon can make lure with just anything, as long as it be colorful and not get heavy in water.
Oh,
You're a real DIY guy, don't you know?
mein Papier, was jetzt nicht mehr
Always
sticky
be
ist.
something wrong with Quamon.
That was actually a compliment.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you happy now, Quammen?
Quamon be happy. He be wanting fish to bite. But if they do not, Quamon still be happy.
Echt? Warum?
Can I borrow your fishing rod?
Quamon must catch fish first, so he can eat. After Quamon catch fish, April can borrow fishing rod.
Ah,
Happy fishing.
Die, worauf es hinausläuft.
Thank you.
Ja, leicht und bunt. Da haben wir doch genau das Richtige hier, wa? Na.
The top half of...
Nein! Wir sind da festgestackt. Oh, ist gut. Huiuiui.
Could this wrapper work as a lure?
Yes. Yes, with some work. It'd be perfect for a lure. Now Quamon can make one, and hopefully catch many fish.
Hello, Quammen.
Hast du schon was gefangen?
Hello, April.
Happy fishing.
Thank you.
Tja, wahrscheinlich müssen wir jetzt irgendwas anderes machen, bevor er was fängt. Oder müssen wir nur einmal kurz weg und wieder hin? Nee.
Hello, Quammen.
Hello, April.
Happy fishing.
Thank you.
This is paradise. There's no denying it. Simply paradise.
Ich wüsste aber nicht, was wir sonst jetzt noch machen können. Also wir können noch mal zu den Stockmenschen zurück und gucken, ob wir jetzt mit denen reden können, wo das Schnarchen aufgehört hat. Gibt es hier noch irgendwas Cooles jetzt, wo wir uns in Ruhe umsehen können? Außer leuchtende Insekten.
It's a deep well with cold, brackish water and some seriously demented albino fish.
Oder muss ich so einen Albino-Fisch dann fangen mit seiner Angelrute? Man weiß es nicht.
He's a stickman. Later, guys.
Auch nicht.
I should just go talk to the guy in person.
Okay. Tja. Okay, das ist jetzt auch vorbei. Da können wir auch nichts mehr machen.
Debris from another capsized ship. These must be dangerous waters.
Können wir mal bei den Ruinen gucken? Ich will da nicht runterklettern, dann crasht nämlich das Spiel wieder. Allerdings weiß ich auch nicht, ob ich das muss, weil was gibt's da schon, ne? Hier sind aber auch sonst nichts mehr. Oh, jetzt hat er was gefangen. Wahrscheinlich muss ich nur einmal auf die Hauptmap zurück oder so.
Hello, Quammen.
Hello, April.
Happy fishing.
Thank you.
What?
Quammen is fishing. It's an old fireplace.
Kann er vielleicht die Fische scouten, wo die sind oder so?
I
Ich
guess
weiß
he's not
nicht.
around. I should try again later.
Tja. Jetzt steht er jetzt zwar, jetzt dachte ich, es hätte sich was geändert, aber anscheinend doch nicht. Jetzt kann ich auf dem Weg nochmal überall Crow rufen.
I guess he's not around. I should try again later.
Oder ich muss vor dem Loch nochmal speichern und es doch nochmal probieren, ob ich da runtersteige, ob es da jetzt irgendwas Neues gibt.
I guess he's not around. I should try again later.
Hier links geht's nie weiter, ne? Nee. Okay, also mal zur Sicherheit. Schlump. Schauen wir mal. Es funktioniert.
Elation nests.
Krabben Village war, glaube ich, nur anschauen, ne? Da war ja kein... Was soll das sein? Vielleicht muss ich jetzt auch erst rauskriegen, warum ich die Angel brauche, bevor er was fängt und ich sie bekomme.
It's a deserted Marum city. It's the remains of a stone structure that probably fell down here through the crevice. It's the remains of a stone structure that probably fell down here through the crevice.
Das ist alles nur sie. Tja, wie zu erwarten, gibt es hier auch nichts.
Dense jungle. It's the Orlawal village.
Nee, da kann ich nicht rein. Hier, mein Ausweis, ich bin wichtig.
Quammen is fishing. Hello, Quammen.
Hello, April.
Happy fishing.
Thank you.
Ja, verdammt.
I can see clear to the bottom. This really is an excellent spot for fishing.
Huh. Hier. Ja, jetzt weiß ich aber auch nicht. Na? Die Stickmen reden auch nicht mit mir. Da, wo wir den Quammen getroffen haben, da gibt es zwar auch dieses Fischloch. Da könnte ich natürlich irgendwie angeln oder so, aber ich habe ja keine Angel.
It's another one of those statues come phone booths. It's a deep well with cold, brackish... He's a stick man. Later, guys.
Tja, keine Ahnung. Muss ich jetzt doch noch mal gucken, immer. Mir einen Hinweis erschleichen.
He's a stick man.
Ich hätte überall noch mal gewesen, aber hier ist halt auch nichts mehr. Hier kann ich auch nicht mehr in das Loch gucken.
That's a huge tree. There's a large object in the tree crown.
Mein Large Object in the Tree Crown, das ist natürlich auch noch mal so ein Ding, aber da komme ich halt noch nicht hin. Obwohl, Light as a Leaf vielleicht. Ich hier hinschweben
I'll
kann.
save it for when I really need it.
Wind.
I'll save it for when I really need it. I guess he's not around. I should try again later.
Tja. Jetzt weiß ich dann aber doch nicht. Jetzt muss ich doch noch mal dann irgendwie einen Blick in die Tipps schauen, lesen, machen. Nee, ne? Ich habe gerade mit dem Gedanken gespielt, weil in der Krone des Baums Climb the Tree, ganz toll. Habe ich das hier nicht abgescannt? Weil da ist was in der Krone des Baums. Also geht man zum Baum und guckt mal, ob man hochkommt. Da habe ich eben auch tatsächlich dran nachgedacht. Nun gut.
It's a big wooden crossbow, I guess. I wonder who built it and what it's for.
Wir können aber auch nichts damit machen. Wenn wir jemanden kennen würden, der viel Kraft hat, könnten wir das spannen. Wir können auch mal die Stickies fragen, ob die was wissen. Ja.
Who built that big crossbow in the tree?
I did. Well, I thought of it. And these two nincompoops gave a helping twig on the, manual side.
So they built it, and you supervised.
Yep, but it's not done. There are still a few pieces missing before we can blast off for Luna.
Alter, was?
Did you say blast off for Luna?
That's what I said, Luna.
As in the moon?
The same.
You intend to go to the moon using that thing?
Lunar cannon. And yes, that's the plan.
You guys are loonies.
If by loonies you mean visionaries, then yes, we are.
Nee, das habe ich nicht gemeint.
How come you're not working on your lunar cannon now?
Because of that infernal noise is why.
Das ist doch jetzt
But Quammen
ausgestellt.
has moved back to the Orlowell village.
Genau.
He's not going to disturb you again, trust me.
Really? How the heck did that happen? Nah, I don't care. The important thing is we can work again. Thanks, lady.
Na gut, jetzt bauen die wieder an ihrer Kanone. Wie hilft mir das? Die sind nicht so arbeitsmotiviert, wie die da so traurig hinterher schleichen. Was die da umtreiben.
How's it going?
Almost there. Oh, one tiny little problem, though.
And that is?
We don't have a bowstring for our,
Propulsion drive mechanism, Wick.
what he said, yeah, we need a bowstring. Something strong and flexible and sinewy.
Ah, deshalb brauche ich den Bogen,
Like
weil ich
what?
brauche die Sehne vom Bogen.
I don't know,
Vom,
lady. I'm no engineer. I'm just
Von
a
dem,
supervisor.
von der Angel.
String made from animal guts would be perfect.
Yeah, but look at us. Do we look like the kind of stickmen who'd make good hunters? Do you see me going after a gate beast carrying what, a cone? A dry leaf sharpened to a razor edge?
Trockenes Blatt. Rasiermesser scharf geschliffen, Alter, wie geil ist denn das? Okay.
I'd be happy to talk to you later, but I got some fine-tuning to do before I'm done.
Can't talk. Busy.
According to Wick, it's a lunar cannon. Apparently, it's powerful enough to send a stick man to the moon. Oh, sure, in a Jules Verne novel, perhaps. How's it going?
Nah, we're missing a bowstring. Can't finish the job without it.
Jetzt, wo wir wissen, dass wir...
String made from animal guts would be perfect.
Ja. Jetzt, wo wir wissen, dass wir einen Bowstring brauchen, können wir wahrscheinlich die Angel bekommen und können die Angelsehne nehmen. Soweit die Theorie. Jawohl! Da ist er fertig. Was hat denn der hier gegessen? Was ist ein Riesenfisch? Ich hoffe es mal.
Did my lure work okay?
It'd be working very good. Quammen catch a large, tasty fish very quickly. April be wanting a taste?
No. No offense. I'm just not too fond of seafood.
This not be seafood. It be human food.
Ja.
What's Kwame gonna be doing now?
Kwame be sitting here until the sun sets. Then he be going to sleep.
And tomorrow?
Kwame be deciding that when he wakes up in the morning.
Man, you got relaxing down to a fine art.
Kwame not be knowing anything about fine art. He be a Philistine.
I'll see you later, Kwame.
So will I. Goodbye.
Sehr schön. Fishing Rod. Lass mich raten, mit einer
It's Kwame's fishing
Tiersehne.
rod.
Sehne.
I don't figure I'll be needing the rod anytime soon, but I'll borrow the line.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, wie, geht nicht? Die Schnur am Fischknochen.
Looks like Kwame just had himself a solid lunch. That was quick. There are only bones left of his catch.
Wenn man es mitnehmen kann, nimmt man es auch mit.
It's a long, strong, and flexible fishing line. I borrowed it from Kwame's fishing rod.
Das klingt doch sehr nach einer Bogensehne. Keine Ahnung, wo ich das Ding mitgenommen habe.
The remains of Kwame's catch, and a very convenient shape it is, if I may say so. Like a hook.
Ein Hook. Vielleicht brauchen wir den noch als für die Spannvorrichtung. Weil wenn sie die Armbrust haben und die Sehne ziehen, dann müssen sie die ja irgendwie spannen quasi und irgendwo einhaken. Damit sie sich dann in Position bringen können, bevor sie releasen und sich wegschießen. Dafür ist vielleicht der Hook. Würde ich jetzt mal vermuten. Werden wir gleich erfahren. So Leute, hier habt ihr eure Sehne.
Can you use this as bowstring for your, lunar cannon?
Let me see that. Oh yeah, that gonna work good.
All right, listen up. I got us what we need. And now we finish this
Ja,
damn
hat's
cannon.
besorgt. Genau.
Go to work, people. Give us a few minutes, lady, and we'll be all done.
Okay.
It worked.
Of course it worked, you wood-brained fool.
Alter, was
I
das für
built
Geräusche?
it.
Are you done?
Yes, ma'am. The lunar cannon is now ready to be tested.
Oh, wahrscheinlich werden
Well?
die mich als Testschuss
Well,
in den
what?
Vulkan schießen. Ich befürchte
Are
es.
you gonna do it?
Do what?
Test the cannon.
Me? And get myself killed? I think not. But go ahead, be my guest.
I don't think I'll fit in there.
That ain't my problem.
Yup, the cannon is done. I feel like sleeping for a year or two.
Wahrscheinlich werden sie es sogar machen.
I look like a real sailor. Arr, matey.
Hey, all done. And Wick did absolutely nothing. As usual, aside from shouting a lot and kicking mine and Woody's arse.
Der geborene Chef. Ja?
Can I test the cannon?
Be my guest.
Oh,
It's the Stickman's lunar cannon.
ja, und wie kann ich es jetzt testen?
It's the Stickman's lunar cannon. Can I test the cannon?
Be my guest.
Ich dachte, ich kann ihn nehmen und reinstecken.
It's the Stickman's lunar.
Ja, kann ich aber nicht. Ich habe aber auch nichts, was man sinnvollerweise noch mit... Oh, Moment. Light as a Leaf vielleicht jetzt.
I'll save it for when I really need it.
Ah. Wind. Invisible. Light as a Leaf hätte ich jetzt gedacht, weil man dann weiter
I'll save it
fliegt.
for when I really need it.
Oh, wir schießen jetzt nicht Crow mit der Kanone
I
ab,
guess
oder?
he's not around. I should try again later.
Ah, schade. Also irgendwie schade, aber irgendwie auch nicht. Das wäre schon ziemlich fies, hier Crow abzuschießen. Tja, jetzt mal ohne Witz.
Can I test the cannon?
Oder ich muss,
Be my guest.
irgendein Objekt finden, was ich abschießen kann. Tja. Kann die jetzt nochmal zum Riesen gehen? Ja, hier ist halt auch sonst nirgends mehr was. Oder ich muss gleich nochmal nach dem Tipp schauen. Weil irgendwie... Gibt es hier noch irgendwas, was ich aufheben kann?
I'll see you later, Quammen.
So will I. Goodbye.
It's Quammen's fishing rod.
Nee. Oder muss ich irgendwie... das Ding mit irgendwas kombinieren hier? Mit der Leicht-Potion? Auch nicht. Ja, nee, da habe ich jetzt echt keine Idee mehr. Nicht mal so eine halb verdrängte Idee. Wie, man könnte ja noch den Dings hochklettern. Oh, Moment. Rope. Muss ich tatsächlich das Seil... Das macht jetzt wieder Sinn, Rope mit dem Haken, damit man quasi eine Art Kletterseilkanone hat. Kann ich das Seil hier wieder aufsammeln? Ja. Ah, das ist ja fies. Ja, aber ja, klar, logisch. Aber ich meine, das ist das Schöne an dem Spiel, im Gegensatz zu vielen anderen Adventuren. Selbst wenn man nicht drauf kommt und die Lösung nachschlägt, ist es trotzdem irgendwie logisch und man hätte drauf kommen können. Das ist nie irgendwie was, also wenn man jetzt halt, wenn jetzt nicht im Stream wäre oder so, wenn man sagt, okay, man überlegt mal länger dran rum oder so, kann man drauf kommen. Deswegen habe ich tatsächlich auch lange Zeit keine Adventure mehr gespielt, weil es halt immer so behindert ist, weil der dann immer irgendeinen absurden Scheiß machen muss. wo man nicht drauf kommt und was selbst im Nachhinein irgendwie einfach absurd ist. Und so Dinger zu spielen ist halt einfach sau nervig, ja, weil das ist einfach, man kommt halt nie richtig voran. Und einfach nur eine Lösung runterzuspielen ist halt auch dumm. Und 100 Stunden in irgendwas zu investieren, weil man 100.000 Sachen kreuz und quer kombiniert, bis man mal zufällig das Richtige trifft und so, das ist halt auch, weiß nicht, das ist einfach ein beschissenes Game Design, da habe ich dann auch keinen Bock drauf. Das ist halt hier zum Glück nicht der Fall. Auch wenn manche Sachen nicht gleich offensichtlich sind, aber sie sind so irgendwie
I'll
immer noch
just place
logisch.
the hook along the bowstring, like so, and let the rope trail behind it. Okay, we're ready to fire. Can I test the cannon?
Be my guest.
Ah, da ist der Haken. Ja, doch sehr viel Vertrauen drin, dass das Ding da drüben hält, aber naja. Jetzt kommen wir langsam unserem eigentlichen Ziel näher, wa?
It's a leathery creature with wings, like a mix between a giant bat and a pterodactyl. Must be one of the Elation. It looks more like a warrior than a storyteller, though. I hope it speaks English. I mean, Altung. There's a slight updraft here.
Das schreit doch nach...
The wind is channeled through that chasm down there and blown out and up here.
Aber erstmal gucken, ob ich mit dem reden kann schon mal.
Can you help me across?
You are human, and we don't allow human strangers into our village. If you wish to trade, let us know where your ship is anchored, and we will send traders to you with our merchandise.
Merchandise.
I don't have a ship, and I didn't come here to trade. I came to talk to your leaders.
I'm sorry, but we don't allow strangers into our village.
What's up this road?
The Elation village of Tamar.
Where's the Elation village of Tamar?
Up this path.
Up this road and into the volcano.
Ja, na klar.
Isn't it dangerous to live inside a volcano?
This volcano has not erupted for thousands of years, and the gods protect us. We are safe here.
Ja, glaub das mal.
Is there another way to get into the volcano?
No, this pass is the only way.
I'm sure there's a secret cave somewhere that leads into the volcano.
No, there isn't.
There's always a secret cave.
Not here.
Are you absolutely sure there's no secret cave?
Human, you talk too much, even for an Elation.
Was soll das heißen?
Actually, I am a trader.
Where is your ship anchored?
In, Coconut Grove?
There is no coconut grove on Elias.
So, I'm not a trader, but I am a friend of the Elation people.
We don't know you. There is no friendship between strangers, human.
Don't your people have a prophecy about a stranger who comes without a ship, or something like that?
Gute Frage. Guter
I
Versuch.
don't know of any prophecies, human.
What kind of prophecies do you know about?
We don't tell our stories to strangers.
Thank you.
Yes, but you must leave now.
Dust and dry leaves caught in a strong updraft.
Also, Light as a Feather. Leaf, wie auch immer. Jawohl!
Oh, God, I think I'm gonna throw up. That was so not appetizing. Weirdest thing, though, I do feel lighter. Like I lost 90 pounds. I can't even imagine what people would pay for this stuff back home. Whoa, I'm fly! Not. I guess I still weigh too much to be carried on that slight updraft.
Was? Achso, müssen wir den jetzt noch verstärken?
That's the last of it, unfortunately. Ah!
Das sieht sehr professionell aus.
Human, you flew across the chasm. You don't have wings, but still, you fly like the elation.
Oh.
Believe me, I'm as shocked as you are.
Are you the Windbringer?
Klar.
What's the Windbringer?
It's a prophecy amongst my people.
Alter, ich habe dich gerade danach gefragt.
Of course, there's no escaping the prophecies.
Ja.
It's said that someone not of the elation shall come among us to float on the wind like an elation, to learn our stories, to bring the wind back to us, and to bring us into a new and happier age.
Is that all?
Ich weiß, wer
I'm
schreibt all
starting
diese
to forget how
Prophezeiungen.
simple my life used to be. Family, friends, grades, boys. No prophecies. Nobody looking to me for salvation.
I don't understand, Windbringer. You should speak with our teller up in the city. She'll be wanting to see you, I'm sure. We've waited for the Windbringer for a very long time.
The teller? Thanks.
No, Windbringer, thank you.
Sehr schön. Ja, der hat ja Spaß hier.
It's an old man, I think. Difficult to tell, since they're all kind of wrinkly. Hello.
Good day, stranger. What would you hear among the elation?
I need to speak with the teller.
The teller? Go down into the city and you will see the castle. The teller, she keeps to the tower. She's old and her eyes don't take well to the sun.
Hello.
Did you see the teller yet?
Nein, mach doch keinen Stress.
No.
Then you should.
Weiß der schon, dass ich der Windbringer, dass sie hier die Windbringerin ist? Oder weil der ist so völlig unbeeindruckt, dass ein Mensch hier in ihrem geheiligten Areal auftaucht?
When the city was inhabited by its original population, that tower was probably an important one, part of a temple or a palace. Now, though, it's just another ruin.
Tja, so geht's halt, ne? Castle.
Nature's reclaiming lost ground. The contrast between wilderness and civilization is such a striking image. I almost wish I had my canvas and paints with me now.
Ja, vielleicht erinnerst du dich dran und kannst es dann aus dem Gedächtnis malen. Was sind das eigentlich für komische Geräusche da im Hintergrund? Das ist unfassbar. Mountain Path.
It's a nest. They don't all seem to live in nests, though. There are quite a few inhabited buildings in this village. It's a little elation girl. Hi there. What you doing?
Playing?
Yeah, what are you playing?
Nothing. My daddy's in the castle watch. He's allowed to sharpen his claws.
Really? My daddy owns a farm.
Yeah? Do you have animals there?
Sure. He has some cows and some horses and...
What's cows and horses?
Well, cows are big, brown, fat animals with 4 legs and white spots. And they go moo a lot.
And horses?
Horses are fun to be around. They run really fast and they can jump over tall fences and they look beautiful and graceful. But the best thing about horses is that you can ride them.
I can run fast, too. But I can't fly yet. My wings aren't fully formed. When I grow up, I'll fly far away and see everything. I'll go see our horses.
That would be nice. My name's April. What's yours?
Saina, will you be my friend, April?
Of course, Saina, as long as you promise to be my friend.
I promise.
Do you know where the teller lives?
Over there in the castle tower. My daddy's watching the entrance so that only nice people can get in.
Do you think he'll let me in?
I don't know if you're nice, but you have to ask my daddy.
Where are the other children in your village?
Oh, they're in school now.
And why aren't you in school?
Ich wollte gerade sagen.
Because I'm ahead of everyone else. I'm really smart, you know. I'm the only youngling to have learned the first tale this soon. So some days, I get to do what I want. It's a little boring, though. I wish I was in school. At least there I could sing and play and jump around with all the other children.
Why don't you go to school anyway?
Because they say I would just distract the other children who are still learning their first tales. It's not fair. I mean, I get to play by myself and everything, but that's not fun all day. And my mommy's working on her pottery at home, and she doesn't want me disturbing her because she might make a mistake. But the day after tomorrow, I get to go back to school because then we're going to learn some more flying lessons. They're always a lot of fun, and I'm getting pretty good at that too.
I bet. I wish I had wings like you do.
Yes, they're very good to have when you fly.
Ja.
Have fun, Saina.
Are you leaving?
Yes, I'm sorry, but there are some things I have to do.
Grown-ups are always too busy.
Naja, April hat sich's nicht ausgesucht, ne?
Why is he perched on top of that pillar?
Weil er die Wache ist. Ach, das ist hier die Mutter, war die töpfert.
It's a young Elation female working with clay.
Be careful, don't come too close. I'm almost done with this pot.
Sorry.
Are you here to buy pottery? I didn't think traders were allowed up here.
No, I came to speak with your teller.
Really? I didn't know the teller spoke with anyone from the outside. You must be a very special girl.
Supposedly. My name's April, by the way.
Nima is my name. Nima of Ta'ama. The only Elation village on Elase.
I like your pottery.
It's our craft. That and storytelling. But storytelling can't buy merchandise or food.
I know a lot of people who live by telling stories, although I guess that's kind of different.
They are lucky then. Not that I don't enjoy making pottery. It's good to feel the wet clay between my claws, to shape it into whatever I wish. It's almost like creating a new life, I think. I don't have a husband yet, so I haven't tried. Have you? Do you have a husband and children?
Ja, das ist doch nicht die Mutter.
Neither, thank God. I don't think I'm ready for that yet.
I was 18 turnings this spring. I'm ready for a husband, but I've yet to court anyone who could make me soar on the winds. I think the men of Ta'ama are dull and timid.
What about the guard on the road below the village? He's our age, isn't he?
Isam? He's quite pretty, and his wings are big, but I don't think he likes me. He never looks at me or talks to me.
That doesn't mean anything. He could just be shy.
Maybe you could talk to him, find out who he likes, but don't say I sent you.
Sure, I can do that.
Thank you, April.
Das wird er auch noch machen.
Thank you, Nima.
You're
Aber
welcome, April.
die Saina hat doch gesagt, Mutter ist am Töpfern, oder? Ist es vielleicht die Schwester dann oder so? Man weiß es nicht. Schon sehr verwirrend. Es ist 2 Leute getroffen und es ist schon sehr verwirrend. Also, dann reden wir mal zuerst mit der Wache. Dieser Schrei, das ist schon so ein bisschen besorgniserregend. Als ob die da irgendwie Leute pranken im Basement, man weiß es nicht. Hallo.
Thanks for your help.
You should go see the teller. She'll want to speak with you.
Okay, also es ist die Verabschiedung. Ich war jetzt ein bisschen verwirrt, weil die oben ist, aber gut.
So, Isam, that's your name, isn't it?
Yes, Isam of Ta'ama.
A good-looking guy like you must get a lot of attention from the girls, right?
Are you asking me for courtship?
Me? No. Wings don't do anything for me. No, I was just thinking, maybe you had your eye out for somebody special?
Müssen wir die Leute verkuppeln.
I'm without a mate. The women of Ta'ama are cold and unfriendly, and whenever I try to talk to one of them, she ignores me.
Even Nima?
Nima? No, she's too pretty for me. She won't appreciate my attention.
This is like high school. Trust me, Isam. You go talk to her one of these days, and I'm sure you'll find you have a lot in common. Just be yourself, okay?
You think so? Perhaps you are right. I will do as you say, Windbringer. Thank you.
Ja, ich bin Windbringer hier. Das ist ein
Thanks for
Befehl.
your help.
Wird ausgeführt.
You should go see the teller. She'll want to speak with you.
So, kann jeder das irgendwie sagen?
Hi, Nima.
Hi, April.
Bye, Nima.
Goodbye, April.
Super Gespräch, vielen Dank. Also wir können es ihr nicht sagen, dann schauen wir mal. Ob wir hier rein dürfen.
Who would visit the teller?
I'm the Windbringer.
My name's April.
And what would you with the teller, human?
I'm not sure, but I need to speak with somebody in charge.
The teller is our teacher and our mother, but she will not speak with foreigners who walk into our city. And how, pray tell, did you get here? The road is closed and guarded.
It's got to be my female charm.
It will not work on me, human. Please, leave our village and return to your ship.
Okay, das hat nicht funktioniert.
Who would visit the teller?
I'm April, remember?
I'm April, remember?
Versuchen wir es erstmal auf die nervige
All
Art.
humans look the same to me. Why are you still here? Did I not tell you to leave our village?
Kann mich nicht dran erinnern.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, doch, kann mich
Then
erinnern.
leave now. Halt! Who would visit the teller?
I'm the Windbringer.
The Windbringer? You are not the Windbringer. Are you?
How else would I have been able to get up here? I am the Windbringer.
If so, you must prove that you are of the elation. There are 4 tales from the 4 corners of the world that you must know by heart.
Ach hey.
They are the tale of winds, the tale of stars, the tale of sea, and the tale of homecoming. I will ask you one question from each tale, and you must answer each correctly, or you cannot be the Windbringer. Are you ready?
Oh, ich glaube, ich muss mir die Geschichten erst anhören von den Leuten, wa?
No, give me some time to prepare.
Then return when you are ready, and I will test your knowledge of the 4 tales.
Alles klar. Ich glaube, ich brauche gleich wieder einen Notizzettel. Mal sehen, wie komplex die sind. Und es sind hier zufällig auch 4 Leute. Ist das nicht ein Riesenzufall?
Hi, Nima.
Hi, April.
Ha.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
I had to learn the tale of homecoming. It took a long time, but I think I got it now. I'm better with pottery than I am with the tales, unfortunately. Do you want to hear it?
Please.
Ja.
Very well. This is the tale of homecoming, my tale, and I shall tell it in my own words, as told to me by my teacher, in her words, and by her teacher in turn. Moran was a handsome young Elation man with strong wings and a hardy beak. He lived below the white cliffs, where the water was salty and the fish plentiful. Moran was betrothed to Inara, the loveliest girl there ever was. She was fair and slender and tall, and her eyes were the clearest shade of blue. But Moran was hesitant to enter into union with Inara, to become her husband and to give her children. He would always come up with a new excuse for why they had to wait a little while longer. Now, Inara was skilled at pottery, but even more so with stories, and the teller of the village had many times asked Inara to be her apprentice, to learn all the tales, so that someday she could take over as the teller. But Inara refused, knowing that if she did accept the teller's offer, she would never be able to marry Moran, because a teller cannot have a husband nor children of her own. Her refusal to become the teller's apprentice was unheard of, because who could refuse such an honor? But to Inara, love was more important. Her love for Moran was beyond honor, beyond reason. But despite Inara's love, Moran was still hesitant. And then one day he told Inara, "I am traveling on a pilgrimage to the far shores. I will be gone for some time, and while I am traveling, and in accordance with our traditions, I will be freed from our betrothal. Not until I come back will the bond between us be renewed." It was not unusual for a young Elatian man at that time to go on a pilgrimage, and the bond between the betrothed would often be cut while he was away, to be formed again upon his return. But Inara was heartbroken, because she had thought that Moran would soon want to marry her. When Moran saw her tears, he said to her, "Do not weep. When I come back, I promise I will marry you. Just wait for me, and stay with your pots, to make the time pass quickly." And then Moran left on his pilgrimage to the far shores. Many years went by, and Moran had exciting adventures on the far shores. But by and by, he began to long for home, and for Inara, and now he had finally realized that he loved her, and that he wanted to marry her. But when he returned, he could not find Inara amongst the pot makers. He went to visit her family, and they told him that, after waiting for many years, Inara accepted the teller's offer of apprenticeship. And that when the teller left on the last wind during the previous winter, Inara herself became the new teller. Angry, Moran made his way to the teller's nest, and when he saw Inara, he said to her, "You promised me you would wait." But Inara did not say a single word in answer. She just turned around and lifted something wrapped in leaves from the cot behind her and gave it to Moran. Moran unwrapped the package, and inside he found an old pot, cracked and broken in two. "What is this pot?" he asked. "And why did you not wait for me like I asked you to?" And finally Inara spoke, and she said to Moran, "I made this pot for you, my dear Moran, when you left, because I wanted it to be my marriage gift to you. But when many, many years passed, I finally realized that you did not love me the way I loved you, and to live hoping otherwise would be death." "But I want to marry you," cried Moran. "I came back." But Inara just nodded at the broken pot in Moran's hands and said, "Like an old pot that is left without care, a heart may break in two, and a broken heart can never be mended." And so Inara turned away, never to speak with Moran again, and Moran's heart, like the pot that was left untended, broke in two, because absence makes a heart brittle. This was the tale of homecoming, my tale, and I told it in my own words as told to me by my teacher, and as I will tell it to my student when the time comes.
Bye, Nima.
Goodbye, April.
Haben sie eine ganz schön komplexe Geschichte sich hier ausgedacht. So cool. Okay, jetzt weiß ich nicht genau, welche Informationen da mal fragen können. Ich habe immer die Namen aufgeschrieben und die Story so kann man sich ja irgendwie merken. Also mal schauen, was dann die Frage wird. Ich habe ja kein Namensgedächtnis. Saina kennt bestimmt auch eine Geschichte.
Hi, Saina.
Hi, April.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Yes, my mommy taught me the tale of the stars. It's a really pretty story. Do you want me to tell it?
Please, Saina, I would like that very much.
Okay. This is my tale, the tale of stars, and I tell it to you in my own words, as it was told to me by my teacher in her words. In the small village of Jinjay near the rumbling hills of Onion, there lived a girl called Mona. She was a curious girl, and she would always get in the way of grown elation. "Go play somewhere else," they would say to Mona, but she didn't want to play with the other children. She wanted to be where the grown-ups were, to see what they were doing and learn from them. But one day, after getting many complaints from the pottery makers and guardsmen and traders and soldiers in the village, Mona's mother told her that she wasn't to interfere with the grown-ups anymore, and that instead she could go play with the other children, or sit still and draw or work with clay. But Mona was always curious, and now, since she wasn't to be among the grown elation anymore, she decided to go exploring the forest that lay just outside of the village of Jinjay. She had many times been forbidden to enter the forest because it could be a dangerous place, but Mona was very curious. Of course, she wasn't planning on going far into the forest, but then her eye caught sight of a white flufftail hopping through the tall grass, and Mona, curious as ever, gave chase. The flufftail ran away into the forest, and Mona followed, blind to where she was going and interested only in catching the white flufftail so that she could keep it as a pet. But then, after a good while, the flufftail disappeared into a hole in the ground, leaving Mona alone in a small clearing, somewhere deep inside the forest. She was exhausted after running after the flufftail for so long, and as she looked around the clearing at the unfamiliar trees and flowers, she realized that she hadn't been paying attention to where she was going. Not for the first time, her curiosity had gotten the better of her, but this time it was serious. Mona was too young to fly, and she had very little sense of direction, and chasing the white flufftail had made her dizzy and tired. It was getting darker, and Mona was all alone in the deep, dangerous forest, too sleepy and too scared to be able to go anywhere. Mona curled up with her wings wrapped around her under the leaves of a tree and began crying. Soon it got really dark, and somewhere, not far away, wolves started howling at the moon. Mona was so scared she was petrified, but after a while her exhaustion got the better of her, and she fell asleep. She woke up when she heard a voice calling her from somewhere far above. Looking up at the starry sky, Mona saw a vision of the spirits of 5 tellers gazing down at her. "You have let your curiosity lead you astray," said one. "You are lost, and you deserve to be lost," said another. "Poor little girl," said a third. "We will help you home," said a fourth. "But remember this," said the 5th spirit. "We will lead you back to your village and to your mother only if you promise us one thing." "I promise," said Mona. "Whatever it is, I promise I will do it." "Very well," said the 1st spirit. "You will make the story of this night into your own tale, and you will call it the Tale of Stars." "It will be a tale to warn the curious to be careful," continued the 3rd spirit, "and to not let their curiosity get the better of them. And," said the 2nd spirit, "to remind the elation that the spirits of their tellers watch out for them when they most need it." And so the spirits of the 5 tellers guided Mona through the forest, and by dawn she was home. And Mona did tell her tale, the Tale of Stars, to everyone in the village, so that everyone would remember that the curious must be cautious, and that the spirits of the tellers are always watching. This was my tale, the Tale of Stars, and I told it in my own words as my teacher did to me.
That was a beautiful tale, Saina.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Saina.
You're leaving again? I wish you could stay.
Me too, Saina, believe me.
Okay, Geschichte 2. Das hätte ich mal vorher machen sollen. Dann hätte ich nämlich vorhin, als ich zu ihm hingerannt bin, um ihm auf, wie heißt es, Nima anzusetzen. Ihn auf Nima anzusetzen hier, direkt nach der Geschichte fragen können.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Mine is the tale of winds, Windbringer. Do you wish to hear it?
Jawohl.
Very much.
Then I shall tell it. This is the tale of winds, my tale, and I pledge to tell it in my own words, as told in turn by my teacher. In the village of Karan, in the mountains of tall winds, there lived a young Elation woman named Iwana. Iwana had one desire above all others, to soar higher and farther than anyone else. And even though her wings were no broader, nor her body sleeker than anyone else's, she pursued this foolish desire without rest. And as time passed, she did soar higher, and she did fly farther than the other young elation in her village. And her name became known far and wide amongst the tribes of the mountains of tall winds. But still, Iwana was not happy. She was not happy because, in her vanity, even though she was a better flyer than almost everyone else, and to her eyes, she was still not good enough. She wanted to be so much better than anyone else that she would be remembered for all time as the best flyer amongst all the elation. And so one day, Iwana decided to climb to the top of Mount Bakta'ana, the Tower of Light, and to soar from those giddy heights to the ends of the world. Her friends and her family pleaded with her not to, because every elation knew that to soar from such heights was dangerous, that at such heights the air was thin and the winds treacherous. But Iwana would not listen, and on a cold and clear morning she climbed up the Tower of Light to the rock and the ice at the very top. From there she could see to the ends of the world. And it brought tears to her eyes to know that now, finally, she would be greater and better than any elation before her. And so Iwana spread her wings and leaped off the mountain. Those who watched her from far below said that for a split moment Iwana soared, and she soared higher and farther than any elation before or since. But then the treacherous winds caught a hold of her, and the thin air made her plummet towards the ground, and to fall to her death amongst the rocks at the base of the mountain. In her vanity, Iwana could not see beyond her desire to be the very best. And vanity always stands to fall. That was the tale of winds, my tale, and I told it in my own words, as told to me in turn by my teacher.
Schon eine tragische Geschichte hier. Also tragisch im Sinne von todtragisch. Die erste war ja auch ein bisschen tragisch für ihn, wobei, ja gut, ich meine, wenn er so blöd ist, dann verdient das auch nicht anders. Aber zumindest ist keiner gestorben. Nun gut, also Geschichte 4.
Do you know one of the 4 tales of winds, stars, sea, and homecoming?
Sea. Mine is the tale of sea, human.
Would you mind telling it to me?
I would be happy to do so. This is the tale of sea, told in my own words, as it was told to me by my teacher in his words, and to him by his teacher in his words. This was a very, very long time ago, when the elation were a strong people, and we could spend days riding the hot winds above the seas. We hunted fish then, and we were at war with the Merum, the wet-tails. Akalis was one of the strongest warriors there was. His claws were sharp and long, his beak pointy, and his teeth strong. Akalis was admired by everyone in his clan, and because of this, he was cocky and arrogant. So one day, the teller of Akalis city asked him to perform a very important and very special duty, to bring a sacred jewel to the teller of an elation town across the sea. This particular jewel was very important because it signified a union between the 2 towns, and it would benefit the people of both that it was delivered safely and promptly. Akalis grinned and told the teller that he would deliver the jewel both quickly and safely, and that she was not to worry. But the teller did worry, because Akalis was young and too sure of himself. But she wanted to test him, and to teach him that sharp claws, a pointy beak, and strong teeth are not all a warrior needs. that a warrior must also be wise and careful. So Acalus set out across the sea on his flight. It was on the 4th day that he spotted something in the water that caught his attention, and forgetting his duty and following his curiosity, Acalus dived towards the water to investigate. When he came closer, he saw that there were merum in the water, foolishly hunting close to the surface, and Acalus saw an opportunity to again prove his might as a great warrior to his people, and to capture the fins of a few wet-tails. But this time, Acalus' arrogance got the better of him, because the merum had set a trap. As he dived towards the merum with his claws, a spear shot up from the water to hit him. Acalus struck the water and dropped the jewel he was carrying, and it was all he could do not to drown. Acalus was bleeding, and the merum were grabbing onto his wings and his legs, but he fought bravely, and finally he managed to escape. But even though he now lived, he was dead inside, because the shame of losing the sacred jewel would always be with him. Acalus could not return to his village, because he had neglected his duty to his teller and to his people, and so he went away to a small island where he could be alone. To himself and his people, Acalus now became the Lost One, he who had been on a sacred mission but had failed in his arrogance. A year passed, and one day Acalus met with human traders from a ship that came close to his island. From the traders, Acalus heard speak of a hideous creature that lived in the sea, the Octowoe. The Octowoe was said to have a third eye, like a jewel, and that this eye pulled hapless sailors into its deadly 8-armed grasp. Acalus knew immediately that the Octowoe's third eye had to be the jewel that he lost in the sea a year ago, and he now saw the opportunity to redeem himself. But Elation were not used to water, and the thought of submerging himself in the cold, harsh ocean chilled Acalus to his heart. But he was the Lost One, and if in his death he could at the very least redeem himself, to his own heart then it would be worth it. So Acalus fashioned himself a spear, because in the water his claws and his beak would be too slow, and he flew out to where the Octowoe was last seen. And then Acalus dived into the sea. The dark water closed in on him, and his wings and legs went numb. But still Acalus kept pushing down until he saw the lair of the Octowoe. Spotting Acalus, the Octowoe attacked, and Acalus saw the monster's third eye, his sacred jewel, shining bright in the darkness, and his heart was filled with a sense of duty and courage that he had never felt before. But as he began fighting the 8-armed monster, Acalus realized that if he were to fight like he usually did, he would not stand a chance. He would have to think differently. And so Acalus tricked the Octowoe into following him through a tight chasm where the monster got stuck. And then he swam above it, and using his spear, tipped a rock on top of the Octowoe. Swimming back down again, the Octowoe was flailing helplessly. Now, almost out of air, Acalus took the sacred jewel from the Octowoe's head and swam back up. Finally, Acalus could deliver the sacred jewel to the town across the sea, and upon returning to his village, he went to the teller, bowed his head, and said, "Forgive me, teller, for in my arrogance I thought I could do everything. But I could not, and I became the Lost One because of it." "You were lost," said the teller, "but you are no more. Because now you see the limits of your own strength, and you will know that a warrior must be careful and wise, in addition to being strong and fierce. This was the tale of C, and I told it in my own words, as told to me by my teacher.
Ja, schon die Frage, ob der die unter Wasser atmen muss. Ich meine, vielleicht haben die auch diesen Trick mit dem Tanjen und der Perle und so gemacht, dass sie irgendwie atmen können. Nee, stimmt gar nicht. Der Polyp war das Atmen. Das andere war ja die Sprache. Vielleicht haben die auch so Polypen, keine Ahnung. Oder er kann einfach verdammt lange die Luft anhalten. Man weiß es nicht. Oder der Kampf dauerte gar nicht so
Are you
lange.
ready for the questions now?
Ich will's hoffen.
Yes, ask me the questions.
In the Tale of Winds, which mountain did Iwana fall from in her vain attempt to fly higher and further than anyone else?
Bhaktana, Tower of Light. Kilimanjaro, Everest. Na gut, das hätte man sich auch denken können, dass es das nicht ist.
Mount Bhaktana, the Tower of Light.
That is correct. In the Tale of Stars, what did Mona see in the sky that helped her find her way home?
Stars in Airplane. Spirit of Five Tellers natürlich. Vielleicht ist die Option aber auch nur deshalb da, weil ich die Geschichte gehört habe, sonst wären wahrscheinlich nur die anderen beiden da.
The Spirits of Five Tellers.
Ja, die es mir gar nicht aufschreiben brauchen.
That is correct. In the Tale of Sea, what creature did the Lost One battle in his quest to recover the sacred jewel?
Snapjaw, Madam.
Yaktao?
That is correct. My final question to you is this. In the Tale of Homecoming, what was given to Moran by his teller when he returned from his pilgrimage?
A Kiss? Nee. Homecoming Party? Nein.
A broken pot, to teach him that absence may break a heart in two.
You have correctly answered all my questions, and so have proven your knowledge of the four tales. You are the Windbringer. The teller would see you presently.
Ja, super. Der hat auch mir geschickt. Die Wache hat sogar gesagt, dass ich da hin soll und er lässt mich erstmal nicht rein. Aber gut, haben wir bis 4 interessante Geschichten gehört. Sieht ein bisschen fertig aus, ja?
She's the teller. She must be over 100 years old.
Come closer, human. Closer. I cannot see your face. Closer still. Come sit here by me. There you are. You see, my eyes are not what they used to be. Ages ago, I could spot a ladybug crawling up a straw of grass from 15 tree lengths up. Now, I have a hard time seeing my supper. But my ears, balance be praised, my ears, they are as good as ever. I could hear you outside, learning the tales my children tell. You are a good listener and a fast learner.
They were interesting stories, and your people told them well.
That is what we do. The elation are the keepers of the tales, and I am their teller, the one who must know all the tales told since the day we came to this world.
How can you do that? How can you remember every story ever told?
The secret is to tell them often and to tell them in your own words, not the words of your ancestors.
Doesn't that mean that the stories change with every generation?
Yes, as all tales must. Change is important. Otherwise, the tales will have no meaning to us. They will just be words, and we do not care about the words. We care about what the words tell us.
Ja, ist nicht ganz verkehrt, ne?
How long have your people been telling stories?
Since the beginning, human. Since we came to this world a long, long time ago.
You're not from Earth? From Arcadia?
Not according to our tales. We came on a great wind before the divide, when the earth was one and humans had yet to learn of magic and science. But we were a different people then, and the tales we tell from that time are vague and incomplete. Like myths and legends, the younger elation pay little attention to these tales. Sometimes I worry they will be lost with me, these tales, and I am getting old, very old.
I came to you to find answers to some important questions.
Ask, and I will try my best to answer.
Have you heard of an ancient god or dragon that lives beneath the sea?
Once, long ago, when my people lived in harmony with the Merim, there were stories of an old god worshipped by the Merim who resided deep in the darkest depths of the ocean. According to legend, the old god had once brought the Merim into their realm, into the ocean, and he was now sleeping, resting before the journey back.
Back where?
To a great ocean amongst the stars. When the time came, he would gather the Merim and bring them home with him, back to their world, to their ocean. Strangely enough, we have a similar tale.
Ja, aber eine
It
Verwandtheit.
is said that the great wind that brought us here will someday return to bring us back to a place where we can soar forever on warm winds.
Like heaven.
In a way, perhaps, but without the need for any of us to die. The great wind will just sweep us up and carry us away. Every evening before I go to sleep, I recite this tale to myself. It is a comforting one.
What do you know about the Dryad kin?
The kin are numbered 4, or so our tales tell. 2 in this world, 2 in the other. The mirror world, the white and the blue, the red and the green.
Do you know where they are?
No, the tales never say. The kin are elusive. They keep to themselves. I have never seen one myself, and I doubt any of my kind has. The tales do say that our past and our future are tied to the fate of the kin, but how I would not pretend to know. This is one tale that has yet to be told.
Do you know anything about the Guardian's realm?
This is human business. Would you not know more than I?
Your people are the keepers of the tales. You remember more than humankind has forgotten. Please, I need to hear what you know.
That is very little. The Guardian's realm is home to the Guardian in his tower. No one is permitted within except the Guardian who was, the Guardian who is, and the Guardian who will be. And of course the Dryad kin, who were instrumental in its making.
Have you ever heard of the existence of a hidden entrance to his realm?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have heard tell of such a thing, though I would not know where it is. I gather that one of the kin may be able to tell you.
Thank you. I don't have any more questions.
I am glad I could help you with some answers.
Ja gut, viel haben wir nicht erfahren,
I'm the
ne?
Windbringer.
I know you are. It's strange to me to hear those words spoken. I did not think they would be in my lifetime. But here you are, standing in front of me as real as the sky is blue.
I'm sorry I have to ask, but what is it that the Windbringer is supposed to do for you?
I did not expect you to walk in here and have all the answers, child. The balance has both blessed you and cursed you, and it has sent you here to do what it wills. The Windbringer is said to be the first sign of the great wind that will take us away from here. For a long time, the elation have lost the strength they used to have. Our bones have become weak, and our wings fragile. Where we used to be able to soar for days on strong winds, we are now using our legs to walk rather than fly. Why this is, we do not know.
10 yen.
You know of the reason for this?
I'm just guessing, but it makes sense. Go on.
The tales also say that the Windbringer will unite us with our past and end the age-old strife.
I know. You must make peace and be reunited with the Merim. You share a common ancestry.
I have always thought we did. The tales were too similar, the signs clear. But my people, They will have a difficult time understanding why and how this can be.
If you don't, both the Elation and the Merim will die out. When war broke out between your people and you were forced to move up into the mountains, it compromised a precarious symbiosis. A substance called Tanyan was abundant where the Merim and the Elation lived in close proximity. It brought fish and heat and light to both your people. But now, living up in the mountains, your way of life, your diet, your customs and habits, they've all changed. And that's probably the cause of your brittle bones and fragile wings.
Then we must make peace with the Merim and restore the balance between us, so as to strengthen us both and prepare us for the journey that will surely come soon. When our sitting is over, I will speak to my people, and I will elect one representative from the Elation to meet with the Merim in the place of your choosing to open a dialogue.
I guess it's time for you to talk to your people and for me to make arrangements with the Merim.
Where do you wish for our meeting to take place, Windbringer?
You want me to decide? Well, I know. Send your ambassador down to the ancient caves by the beach. Inside, there are remnants of an old Elation settlement and a Merim city. It's a good place for your two people to meet, don't you think?
Yes. And could you ask if they would bring their half of the stone?
The stone?
Hoffentlich.
You have the other half?
Brauche ich nämlich noch.
We have held onto it for centuries, knowing that someday it would be of use to the Windbringer.
It will, trust me.
Then we must make haste and arrangements. It is an important day, so let us not waste light. Go and wait for my ambassador in the caves.
Nicht wieder die Höhlen, da crasht das Spiel wieder beim Laden.
It's amazing. This place is so beautiful. And the scent of sea and rock and nest. This scent is of home. This was home a long, long time ago, according to the tales. We lived in peace with the Wet-tail, with the Merim back then.
Now you'll be able to live in peace again. And with the Tanyan bringing fish to your doorstep, you'll be able to eat well and restore strength to your bones. Soon you might even be able to soar on the winds for days like you used to do.
I hope you are right, Windbringer. And I hope that the Merim will see the sense in it too. They are coming, are they not?
They said they would. Hush, I hear something.
We are here, Waterstiller, as was promised.
Good. Now, as representatives of your respective peoples, you, the Queen of a Merim city, and you, guard to the Elation Teller, must fulfill the prophecy and join the two parts of the one stone.
We hope that our peoples may be joined again, Elation, and that we may live in peace and prosper.
As do we, Merim. And we pledge to do all we can for this to happen. The stone is now whole, Windbringer, and the Elation and the Merim will once again be as one. You may take it with you.
Thank you. The both of you.
Come now, April, and we will take you to our sleeping god. May his wisdom guide you and lead you down the right path.
So, dann schauen wir erstmal einen neuen Eintrag hier. Saturday, late afternoon. The Merum and the Elation are well on the road to forging a lasting union, and I hope this will bring prosperity to them both. They are suffered enough as it is, and I'm happy I had a chance to help them come to terms with their past and to face the future together. Okay, April is getting a little sentimental here, but who can blame me? I worked hard to get them talking, damn it, so I deserve a little credit. At any rate, the journey continues, this time into the lair of the Merum sleeping god. Unfortunately, the Elation weren't able to tell me as much as I would have liked, but at least I have another stone now. That makes 2, and I'm pretty certain this god, this Drakin, will be able to help me out with some definite answers. I deserve that too. Naja.
That's a weird rock. It just doesn't look natural.
Tja, wahrscheinlich, weil es keiner ist, kein Fels, wa?
The sand is covering something. It's some kind of organic sensor. Hello? Is anybody in there? Spooky. Well, I guess it's an invitation of sorts.
Möglicherweise.
It's soft and spongy. There's air in here. And it's dry. I swear I'm never taking a bath again.
Sieht aus wie ein Auge.
That doesn't look like a natural protrusion. It's too big and round.
I know you. Do not be afraid. I know what you are.
You do?
Yes. Yes. What would you hear? I do not like to be disturbed. I wish to be left alone. I wish to rest until the day of ascension.
Gut, das ist ein bisschen aggro, das lassen wir mal.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but I need some answers.
Everyone needs answers. Everyone has questions. I am not the oracle. I cannot answer all your questions.
Ein paar wäre schon mal Anfang.
I don't expect you to answer all of them, but I was hoping for an answer to at least some of them.
Then ask and be gone.
Ja, immerhin. What am I?
What am I?
What do you mean?
You said you know what I am. What am I?
You do not know. Then it is not I who should teach you about your heritage. You must make this discovery on your own.
Ja, super.
Listen, I'm tired. I'm wet. I'm at the bottom of the sea, and I'm breathing with the help of a polyp stuck in my esophagus. So just cut the Buddhist bullshit about a journey of self-discovery and answer my question. Please?
Your question has already been answered. That is all I will tell you. Your journey began with an answer. It is only now that you know the question.
That's so not helpful, but thank you. I'm looking for a jewel called the Dragon's Eye.
Yes. I have one such jewel.
Ja, sehr gut. Machen wir doch ein bisschen Progress hier.
I guess that's it.
Take it.
Are you sure?
Das war ja einfach.
Take it. It is yours now. It is part of your destiny.
Okay. Tell me if it hurts.
Anscheinend nicht.
What is the Day of Ascension?
The day when the kin return home. When my siblings come to me. And we rise toward the stars. For our journey back to our cradle. This is the Day of Ascension.
So you're going back to wherever it is you came from?
We will, eventually, when everything is ready.
When what's ready?
I will not answer that question. It is not necessary for you to know.
I need to know where I can find the gateway to the Guardian's realm.
So you come to me.
They told me, well, they as in the few people who could tell me anything at all, they told me that if anyone would know, it'd be you.
I know. When the Earth was divided, there was a doorway left open where the tower was built.
But it's moved, hasn't it? That spot. When Stark and Arcadia were created, that spot moved somewhere else.
Into the sky. Amongst the stars.
But where?
I knew you were coming. Your journey has not been a quiet one. Even down here, I could hear you. I speak with the Dark People. They are my messengers. They have prepared a map for you with the entrance you are looking for.
You knew I was coming and why? Then, okay, I know this is probably a futile question, but why didn't you send the Dark People to me earlier? You could have saved me a lot of time and hard work.
You are afraid of time and hard work.
Schöne Gegenfrage.
No, but it's the principle of it, isn't it?
No, it is not. You had prophecies to fulfill. You had a purpose. Bringing my children together in preparation. This was important. And for that, I thank you.
Wie ist beide hat lang gesagt?
Now,
Wobei ich die alle Leben auch.
to sleep.
You said something about a map?
The Dark People have it. They will meet you. I will bring you to them.
What? Now?
Yes. Hold on.
Wollte er nicht weiter schlafen? Oh, da sind sie schon. Geht ja Schlag auf Schlag. Saturday evening, August 5th. The ancient dragon, the Merum sleeping god, was obtuse. Like most creatures I've met this past week, but at least he gave me one of the 4 jewels I need to complete the stone disc. And he's taking me to meet the Dark People, and apparently they will give me a map of the stars where the entrance to the Guardian's realm is now located. Amongst the stars. How the hell am I gonna get up there? Well, I'll deal with that problem later on. For now, I'll just keep obsessing about what the dragon said, about who I am, what I am. He said that my journey began with an answer, and it's only now that I know the question. What does that mean? I feel I should know that the answer is just right there in front of me, but I can't grasp it. I just don't know what he means, and it's really, really frustrating. Dieses flackernde Pixel da oben ist auch so ein bisschen frustrating. Okay.
I look like a real sailor.
Immer noch, okay.
Arr, matey. I can't see the face, but I think it's a man. A tall man wearing a dark cloak. He's one of the dark people, whatever they are.
Ja, gute Frage.
Thanks for taking me on board.
Who are you?
Well, I thought you... I mean, didn't the old dragon... Well, I'm April Ryan, from Stark, and I guess you're a dark person.
But who are you?
I'm just a student, not anybody special.
You are special. Who are you?
I'm not. I'm just... I'm the Windbringer. I'm the Water Stiller. I'm April Bondu Mbata of the Banda and the Venar Kangang La. I'm a shifter. I will someday become the 13th Guardian, the protector of the balance. And I'm April Ryan. This is who I am.
Yes, that is who you are. And you are a wave.
Natürlich.
Why am I, a wave?
You have a purpose. You play an important part in the cosmos. A wave is someone who propels people and events toward change, towards the future.
And that's what I do?
You are a wave. There are ripples from your passing, and they spread wide and far. Those ripples will never die down. The worlds will be changed by your journey.
You're telling me that everything I do affects the universe?
You cannot escape it. You are a wave.
The ancient dragon, the blue of the Drake kin, told me you had a map for me.
A map of stars, yes. It was made for you in our library and given to me to hold. It is yours now. Keep it well. It is the only one.
Okay.
I'm looking for an ancient stone given to you by the Sentinel, the Fathers.
You came for the stone. Of course we have it with us. Our ship would not have been chosen to meet you were it not for the stone we carry with us.
Everybody's just waiting around for me to show up, so they can give me stuff. Who knew adventuring was going to be this easy?
It will not always be so easy.
Yeah, sure.
Of that I can assure you. But here is our stone. We entrust it to you, as we were instructed to do when the Fathers first entrusted it to us.
Can this ship take me back to Marcuria? I mean, would you mind?
We will bring you to Marcuria henceforth. It will take the night, but we will be there at first light.
That's fine. Thanks a lot.
You are free to rest here, to sleep, while we travel. The flames will keep you warm, but do not move too far away. My brothers are not friendly with outsiders. They do not take kindly to intrusion.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind. I'm staying right here.
Good. Sleep.
Kapitel 9. Shadows. Sehr dunkle Shadows.
Did you sleep?
Very comfortably, thanks. Where are we?
Ein angenehmer Boden, ne?
In the Mercuria harbor.
But there are barely any ships here.
I do not know why. We must leave you here. We have other business. Carry your wave into the future, April.
Whatever that means, I'll try. Where did all the ships go? They're gone. This can't be a good sign. I mean, duh. The city looks strangely quiet and deserted.
War ja nicht mal alles
The
voller Wald.
sky. Those are not ordinary clouds. They look more like smoke. What's going on here?
Sunday, August 6, early morning. How many weird and mysterious people are there in Arcadia? It seems for every normal person, and I mean that in the broadest possible sense, there are 5 or 6 strange, obtuse, meandering creatures with a tendency to speak really slowly and say things like, "Who are you?" And "I see your path, April, and it's not an easy one. And it is destiny." Like, "Hello, update your vocabulary already. Learn some new words, lighten up, verb, played, whatever." That said, I kind of liked these dark people. Scary, yes, and probably heavily into the goth scene, but they gave me exactly what I wanted. The star map and the third piece of the stone disc with a minimum of talk and no strings attached. They even brought me right back to Mercuria, where, alien or not, I can at least find my way around. If only the city didn't look so empty and dark. What is going on? So, jetzt gucke ich noch einmal hier ins Inventar. Wir haben nämlich genau das Elation. Ein blaues Juwel.
It's the Blue Dragon's eye jewel.
Ah, genau.
It's the second half of the piece of the stone disc entrusted to the Elation and the Merum a long time ago.
Ah, genau, das links ist das Grüne und das Dings, das haben sie schon zusammengesetzt. Okay, dann haben wir schon das Viertel komplett und die Star Map.
It's obviously a map of constellations, and that cross must be where the gateway to the Guardian's realm is located. Where that is, I have no idea.
Dark People Stone, ja, der sieht auch so aus, als würde er von den Goths kommen.
It's the piece of the stone disc I got from the Dark People.
Ja, also es sieht ja alles sehr, sehr öde aus und ich meine doch, das war hier alles Wald und so und hier ist auch gar kein Leben mehr, die Schiffe sind alle weg, das ist schon mal alles sehr, sehr verdächtig. Aber was genau hier passiert ist, das werden wir beim nächsten Mal erkunden. Speichern hat sogar funktioniert, super. Also wie angedroht, beim nächsten Mal geht es dann hier weiter an dieser Stelle. Bis dahin, ciao.